It is now my pleasure to introduce the co-founders of The Honest Company. Jessica Alba is here, as is Brian Lee. Come on down, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, how are you? Well, thank you for being here. We've had an extraordinary day sort of bopping around all sorts of different topics, and this is a completely different topic for us. And so I'm hoping you can help us through your story, because it is a fascinating one. We were talking last week about it. As I said to you, when I think about you, I don't think most people necessarily realize that you run and co-founded a company now with $1 billion valuation. And you guys partnered up together. You have two other co-founders.
Yeah.
How did you go from being an actress, if you will, to
well, I barely did that.
to this?
Gosh, it was quite a journey. My moment of awakening, I guess you could say, and where I really got the desire to even be an entrepreneur, came out of a need that and something that I felt was necessary that wasn't really being delivered to people in the marketplace for families. About my 6-year-old is here somewhere. I brought her on this trip over there.
Hey there.
But when I was pregnant with her, she's actually the one that inspired me to create this company. I had an allergic reaction to a laundry detergent that my mother recommended I used. And after I had such a severe adverse reaction, and it was supposed to be baby safe and the gentlest out there, I looked in the ingredients and I did some research, and I found out there are lots of untested, potentially harmful toxic chemicals, and not just this baby laundry detergent, but in household cleaning products, personal care products, diapers and wipes, that I discovered things like, a diaper rash, which is something that parents just sort of think that's what babies should have, is often a chemical burn from the chemicals that are in diapers sometimes, to all of these really harsh and terrible chemicals just in and around your environment that are linked to things like ADHD, autism, childhood cancers, to allergies, asthma, eczema. And I was very sick when I was a kid. I was in the hospital a lot. I think it's why I decided to play make-believe for a living, because I played make-believe in my hospital room so often, and I was sick with severe asthma and allergies. And when I was pregnant and I had this reaction, I just felt like, gosh, if I'm going to bring a little person into this world, I want to give her the best chance at life. And it was a challenge. So
you come up with this idea.
Had this idea of this.
But then you find this guy,
yeah,
who's a serial entrepreneur, everybody, who's done some amazing things, but he doesn't like the idea originally.
Right. So I had this idea of this brand where people could really outsource their trust, that made high quality, beautifully designed, affordable products that are convenient to get and delivered to your door, essentially. And had a nonprofit attached to it, really a social mission attached to the ethos of it. And I pitched this idea to Brian. It was a big idea because I had everything from paint to mattresses to diapers and wipes to laundry detergent to shampoos, and he was like, "Wow, that sounds like a lot that you're gonna."
Is this like a pitch? Like you go in with like a PowerPoint pitch?
I went in with like it was like 35-page deck. It was kind of dense, and I didn't really hone in on what the business model would be. I just said it has to be online. I have to go direct to my consumer. I want to have a real dialogue and a narrative with my consumer. At the end of the day, I'm a millennial. I'm at the edge of being a millennial, but I can still consider myself a millennial, and I shop online. And the new village to raise families is online. And so I knew I wanted the company to launch online, and Brian is an incredibly successful entrepreneur. And what he's done with LegalZoom, his first internet company, LegalZoom.com, is he made something that is so inaccessible prior to LegalZoom law, anything that has to do with having a lawyer, anything, certainly where I come from, that idea was like only people in big cities have lawyers or can do anything in that zone. And he did it. So he made law services
So she
available.
pitches you this thing, and you think what?
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I actually did like it. It's just, it was very early. And at the time, the first time she had met with me, like over 6 years ago now.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I actually didn't have any children.
Right.
So I didn't quite get what she was talking about in terms of toxic chemicals and products. And, I was at the stage of my life where it's like, toxic, non-toxic, doesn't matter. I'll eat a Big Mac and drink a Coke, I'm fine. But really, the second time she approached me, I had my first child. And I totally got it after that. I was watching my wife, shop Whole Foods, buy products from all around the world because they're safer and more natural, and ordering it online, and it really struck a chord with me. And so it was really kind of that moment of awakening for myself as well, thinking, gosh, she's really onto something here.
So you call her back 2 years later, or you?
I went and pitched him again 18 months later. My 30-plus page deck got condensed into like a 10-page deck with a lot less words, a lot more pictures, and the subscription model. So a subscription of diapers and wipes, and then a subscription of essentials where people can really hand pick what they get delivered out of, at the time we launched with 17 products, and now it's over 80, but you can pick 5. And you get it delivered to your door every month. And it's stuff that you go through. It's laundry detergents, it's dish soaps, it's hand soaps, it's shampoo, body wash. And you can get it at a better deal because we go direct to our customer.
Right.
And so we can make it more affordable with the higher quality ingredients. So I had all of those kind of elements and characteristics sort of mapped out. And then Brian said, well, let me crunch the numbers and see if there's an actual business here, because I think it's a great idea. And we want to have a safe and healthy family as well.
So, how did you get, this is a company now that you raised $70 million at a $1 billion valuation, is that right?
Well, we don't really talk about that. But it's close, yeah.
It's close.
Yeah.
So you have a company that's worth close to $1 billion, give or take a little bit here or there.
We launched in January. It'll be 3 years.
3 years. Mm-hmm. Did you think, let me ask you a different question. This actually relates maybe to celebrity to some degree. As an actress, were you thinking of what Martha Stewart has done, or Gwyneth Paltrow has done, or or were you thinking, I don't even want to be an actress, I want to be I want to be an entrepreneur?
I actually appreciate being an actress now more than ever, because being in business is so stressful. Board meetings are so long, and raising money is, with Brian it's easier, I heard, but it's like it's like pitching a movie all the time, but pitching your business all the time. Where like a movie, you don't care. It opens opening weekend, it doesn't matter. You hope, but it's not like your whole life is hanging on this thing. With the business, your whole life is hanging on this thing. People have to love it. So I actually really like acting now. It's fun.
How do you balance that, by the way? So you're a co-founder. What's the title? How does this, on a day-to-day basis, how do you guys run the company?
So we're co-founders. I'm the CEO of the company. So I'm really kind of operating on a day-to-day basis. Jessica is really in charge of the overall kind of vision of the business, as well as design aspects, branding aspects, as well as a lot of the PR and marketing. I crunch numbers, but I also, I really feel as if this is just kind of something that, like, I know you joke about being an actress, but I actually think actresses and a lot of entrepreneurs have a lot of the similar DNA in them. right? I mean, we're both kind of the creative types. We're both dreamers. We both believe that anything can be accomplished, right? And so when you look at just Hollywood in general, musicians, artists, actresses, they're very similar to entrepreneurs in so many ways. They're risk takers. They're going out there and making their mark, and they're just going to keep going and going and going until they get that part, until they get that #1 hit or whatever it is. And entrepreneurs are very similar.
What did you think this business was going to be 3 years ago?
I just wanted it to be in everyone's home. I really wanted to redefine the idea of a family brand. The more I kind of looked behind the curtain of who's out there and who's offering products to families and really touching, what's most important to us, which is our health and our family's health. It's people with not necessarily human health in mind, and often it's, better margins, it's quarterly reports, and things like that. And so I thought, what if there's a real human kind of attachment to the growth of the business and the foundation of a company? We all have young children. We all have families. So we're all directly affected by the choices that we make as a company. It's not just another job.
Right.
And so we are doing that. We don't test our products on animals. We test our products on our kids and ourselves often. They're safe and all plant-based and all of that. But, if it doesn't work, we won't make it. If we can't innovate in the space, we won't make it. And so I think just coming from that perspective, it just really makes us different.
What's been the biggest benefit and biggest negative of being a celebrity co-founder or entrepreneur in this case? I mean, I assume there are benefits, marketing benefits.
The benefit is I have an authentic relationship with media. I've been doing this for 20 years now. Can't believe it's been 20 years. And I have relationships. I've been on every talk show, every morning show. For example, one of my pet projects, one of the things I was really passionate about was doing a 1-for-1 crib. So we make a non-toxic 4-way crib made out of a sustainable wood, offered at a very affordable price, $400. And we give a crib to a child in need for every crib that's purchased. And that often is a life-saving thing for a child, where they have to share beds and they can suffocate. And so it was a big initiative for me. I was really excited that we got to do it. And Ellen DeGeneres' producer heard about me, this crib that we did, and she says, you know what, will you come on the show and just talk about that? Because I just think that's so great. And I've been on the show several times. I know Ellen personally. And so it was easy for me. She called me up. She asked. I was like, cool. I went on. We sold out of the cribs in 5 seconds. Just because when people hear the story and they know that, they're getting that quality, they're giving back. Like, it's just such a great story. But I do have that authentic relationship where that can happen. The flip side is people think it's an endorsement. They don't know that I came up with the idea and that I brought together all of the founders, my co-founders. Our other two, one is an operations guy who Brian brought on, and then the other one oversees the product. So he makes sure that the products are, up to our standards when it comes to ingredients.
Brian, where does this all go? We have a number of private equity buyers in the audience who may. We have some bankers who might want to take you public. What's the end game?
Well, the company was started with this idea of helping to create a non-toxic world, right? I mean, we just, our generation, a lot of you and the generation ahead of us we feel that have done something wrong. We've done something wrong to the environment. We've done something wrong to our food. We've done something wrong to the products that we use in our everyday life. And so, the Honest Company is really kind of created to help solve this problem, right? We strategically started, right? We honed down Jessica's idea. We strategically decided to launch in baby and family because we knew that is the moment of awakening for a lot of moms. And we knew that we could make our way into someone's home, right? And then grow with a family. So we started with 17 products. Today we're actually close to 100 products. But as we grow as a business, it's It's basically what is harming our community, which industries, which verticals can harm our community that we're growing. And so our next category will be in feeding, right? So we have an organic baby formula that we're launching in February, along with First Baby Foods. And then another category next year that we'll launch in around September, October-ish, is Honest Beauty, that we're very excited about, because when you initially think Honest Beauty, you think, oh, that's kind of far off of the CPG products, but really, again, the mission is to create a non-toxic world. And the industry of beauty in general, they're using a lot of ingredients that are causing a lot of problems for women. Right. I mean, it's arguable in a lot of ingredients, but some of them we would never use in our own products.
And so far, mostly direct to consumer. Do you guys sell through Amazon, for example?
We do not.
You do not.
No.
Are they a friend or a foe? How do you think about it?
Yeah, we love Amazon.
I love Amazon.
Yeah.
I
shop
use
Amazon every day.
Yeah, a lot of Christmas shopping on Amazon.
Yeah.
But we also have retail partners. So we're offline, and we have retail partners like Bye Bye Baby, Target, Costco, Nordstrom, and over 50 boutiques across the country.
Right.
And they offer a suite of products. It's not just one product, so it's really understanding the lifestyle aspect of our company.
So we do have a lot of offline partners as well as online. So today about 70% of our business comes from online, 30% from offline partners like Target, Costco, Whole Foods, and so forth. We do not distribute through Amazon or diapers.com because we do want to control our own online experience and service our own community and grow that community online.
So you don't think you'd ever participate necessarily with an Amazon, for example?
Not initially, not right now. I mean, we're doing fine, growing our own community.
Or Walmart?
And servicing. Walmart would be an interesting one as well, but we're not really looking there right now.
I mean, what's really cool about us distributing through Honest.com and having a relationship with our customers, they tell us what we want, what they want us to make. So they're telling us we really want oral care. We really want more adult products like deodorant. We really want beauty. We're not just going into beauty blindly because we think it would be cool. We literally have had thousands and thousands and thousands of requests on a daily basis of people asking us to create beauty products that are safe and healthy and work. And so that's how we know what verticals to even expand into.
Let's open it up for a couple of questions for our guests. Can I call you Cash Money? Am I allowed to do that? Does everyone know what that joke is?
That's so crazy.
This is in the Sony hack attack.
Apparently,
alias
her
alias is Cash Money. That's what came out.
The thing is I did a movie for Sony, when I was 16. So it was before I even met, my husband's name is Cash, so it was before I even met Cash, so I was that cool. Where I, at 16, was really trying to be like, Cash Money is my alias. I don't remember it. I think it's made up, too. Like, I don't remember it at all.
Let's take a couple questions, if there are some out there in the audience, right here. Got a microphone coming.
Hi, guys. Thanks for coming. So I wanted to ask what you think about other companies kind of riding the green wave and using words like natural and organic and putting pretty green leaves on their products. And do you think it's kind of confusing for consumers? Because a lot of those products, I've done my due diligence and I see that it's kind of the same stuff. And do you have any advice for consumers to kind of sort it all out?
Well, it's why we don't really put green or eco as really at the forefront of what you see when it comes to our products. You see beautiful design at The Honest Company because I did the same research as you, and I found that often the more sort of granola, brown with pictures of nature on it, it smells like patchouli. God bless anyone who wears patchouli, or burlap. Those often have the toxic ingredients inside. It's great for the planet. It's made out of more recycled materials, so you're paying 3 or 4 times the price for the planet, which is great. But for me, I'm like, well, what about people? What about the ingredients inside? And I was frustrated because you assume when it has pictures of nature and it says green and eco and all of that you're getting, and it's more expensive, you're getting a better quality product. And often you're not. It's greenwashing. So we don't do grain washing, and we, for that reason, we're not, making everything in burlap and having pictures of nature.
So we have a list of over 1,200 chemicals that we will never use on any of our products.
Yeah.
We really started the company with the idea of being highly effective first, right? Beautifully designed second, affordable, non-toxic, and the eco-friendly part is part of our ethos, but it's last. Because we always kind of felt that mothers in general will pay maybe a small premium for the safety and health of their own family. They might not pay a premium to save the environment, right? It's very similar to the Elon Musk model. You lead with sexy, cool, hip, right? And oh, by the way, this car is kind of, it's good for the environment, right? So we're kind of approaching it the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to leave it there. I want to thank you guys for coming. This was terrific.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Jessica, Brian, thank you. Thanks again.
I really appreciate it.